Building a strong foundation in business is essential for your success. Think of it this way: every sturdy building begins with a strong foundation. And it's similar with every successful business. As it starts, it needs to understand its core foundations. So, in this session, we will uncover the essence of these business foundations so that we can explore how they contribute to a thriving enterprise. So, a quick overview about the models and strategies is simply this: it's a blueprint. This is going to be a blueprint that helps to outline how you intend to operate, generate revenue, and achieve goals. Some of the other things that you're going to be looking at adding into your business model and strategy are going to be the value proposition, customer segments, revenue streams, channels, and partnerships. These are extremely important for any business that's looking to be successful. You have to know how you're going to operate. Are you going to operate as an LLC or an S Corp? You have to know if you are going to operate as a sole proprietorship. Are you going to handle all the day-to-day? Are you going to outsource it? There are so many different questions that you have to answer before you can get started so that you could better understand exactly what direction you want to go to. Next, you have generating revenue or revenue streams. What particular products or services are you going to offer that create solutions for the pains that your customers are experiencing in the market? This ties in with your value proposition, making sure that you can understand and articulate what value your solutions or your products and services provide to your customers. Next, you want to know how you're going to achieve growth. This is going to be understanding your customer segments. This is your target audience broken down into different segments so you can better communicate with them. You're going to want to understand the channels you're going to use for marketing, product housing, etc. And then, of course, partnerships. Is it time for me to partner with someone? Who should I be partnering with? And will it benefit my business in the long run? Understanding how the operations and management's going to work is going to be figuring out the day-to-day functions, that process that's going to drive your business forward. Some of the key elements of operations and management include production, quality assurance, inventory management, and the organizational hierarchy. Think of it this way: how are you going to organize your business on a day-to-day basis so that each and every day you can accomplish the most and be the most effective for your customers so that your business continues to grow and thrive? You're going to want to include any type of production schedule. So if you're working specifically online and you're dealing with mostly content or mostly digital products or digital goods, you are going to want to organize your day in such a way that you can work on production, but then also work on things like quality assurance. Quality assurance is assuring that you are providing the most quality product that you can to your consumers. Now, quality doesn't just mean that you have the absolute best technology and it comes off the best and as far as appearance or visualizations go. Quality assurance could also mean that your customers are satisfied with the outcome that you've promised them. Now, inventory management might not be something you need to worry about, especially if you're dealing with digital products or services, but you definitely want to take the time to make sure that you are organized with how you are storing your stuff. You might need to get a couple of external hard drives. You might need to be able to put things into particular folders on your computer or your phones or your tablets. However you need to be organized is how you want to be organized. Now, of course, if you're dealing with an e-commerce store or something that does have a physical inventoried item, you are going to want to work through it so that you can have a manageable inventory so that you can keep up with sales, what needs to be replaced, etc. And then, of course, your organizational hierarchy. The organizational hierarchy is really and truthfully going to cover a lot of different topics, but we're going to look at it from the perspective of who's in charge of what. If it's just you, are you in charge of everything or are you outsourcing? If it's you and a partner, who does what in the business so that you guys don't argue constantly over who is getting what accomplished? These are extremely important things that you have to consider when starting your business. Next, we have marketing and sales. This is going to be tied into your channels process whenever you were back at the beginning of this video learning about some of the channels that you might need to utilize. This is going to be extremely important because the only way that your business can thrive is A, if people know about it, and B, if people pay for it. To do that, you want to come up with strategies for your marketings and sales. Marketing and sales are activities that focus on promoting and selling products or services. That is a pretty obvious statement, but for some people, the reminder is needed. And the essential things that you are going to be looking at for marketing and sales include identifying your target market, establishing a strong marketing mix of product, price, place, and promotion, and implementing effective sales strategies. This builds and maintains customer relationships because whenever you have good systems in place, those systems are able to make the customer journey, the customer experience that they have with your business, a pleasant one. Focusing on your customer is a good thing. One thing you will hear in this course multiple times is that it is customer centric and it needs to be customer centric. That means that every single thing that your business does, whether it's operational, whether it's in the front, whether it's in the back, it doesn't matter. It needs to be customer centric because those strategies ensure that your customer relationships are strong. Now, we are not financial advisors, but this is one of the most important aspects is knowing where the money goes. You need to take the time to figure out if you want to handle your finances yourself or if this is something that you want to outsource. Now, there are tons of great platforms out there, software systems that you guys can utilize to run your own books, things like QuickBooks, things like Wave Financial. They're all out there and available to you. But finances can get really, really tricky and they can become extremely difficult, especially whenever tax season comes around. So having a good CPA is essential whenever your business starts to grow and expand beyond the borders that you expected it to. So finances and accounting are some of the most crucial for managing your company's health, right? So this is going to be the health of your financials, your transactions, and your investments. And then some of the key elements are going to include budgeting, preparing financial statements, cash flow management, and implementing any type of investment strategy. Now, of course, we can't give you guys any advice on this. Like I said, this course is mainly to help you understand some of the foundations, but there are tons of places that you can get information about better managing your finances for your business that are available to us. So some of the ethics and corporate responsibility that are going to be falling into your lap. All right, so responsibility encompasses a business's commitment to operating in an honest, fair, and sustainable manner. Some of the key elements are going to be establishing a code of conduct, implementing corporate governance and practices, adopting sustainable practices, and actively engaging in a community so that your involvement is present. Now, this is not something that you have to overthink. This breaks down to be as simple as, am I being good to the people that I serve? Or am I not? You have to look at everything that you do as an opportunity to make somebody else's life better, not just put money in your account. We've talked about it before, and we will talk about it constantly, that it is always got to be about the customer. This is where customer-centric strategies come into play. Your ethics need to guide you in ensuring that everything you do sets your customer up to be happy and successful, not just put money in your account. Building a successful enterprise is going to look different for everyone who attempts to do so. Truthfully, not everyone makes it in business. Some of the statistics are that I do believe 67% of most businesses fail within the very first year of doing business. Now, this doesn't mean that as a business owner you have failed. That just simply means that the business itself has failed. The key is being able to pick yourself up and continue to move forward. So to reiterate the importance of a solid business foundation and the success and longevity for any enterprise, we have to emphasize that while each foundation is vital to the individual, the synergy of all these elements is what truly drives a business forward. So we encourage you to dive deeper into each category so that you can understand some of the intricacies and nuances of successful business management. This will help you as you move forward so that you can be more prepared for the things that happen in business. There are going to always be challenges. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel like the world is caving in around you, and that is okay. Every single person that starts a business feels the exact same way on week 1 all the way through to week 1000. So keep that in mind as you're moving forward.